video, we got a new product from Breakthrough Clean, and this is their new suppressor cleaner. Now, you know Devin from Spectre Solutions. We're always shooting his suppressors on the channel, and we've got the
Rugged Obsidian 45 ACP suppressor.
When was the last time this thing was probably cleaned?
About a year ago.
Okay. So we're going to really make sure this stuff works, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you over to the bench. Now we're going to have to tear this suppressor apart, and we're going to have to soak the parts. We're going to leave it sit for an hour or two, and then we'll start scrubbing on it, and we'll just try to get an idea of how long this stuff needs to sit. We don't know because we've never used it, and it is a brand new product. Let's head over to the bench, and we'll start spraying everything down. All right, I'm not sure what YouTube's rules are on taking a suppressor apart on cameras. We just went ahead and took it apart. Look at all these parts. They're pretty nasty. We got a lot of carbon buildup. So this is what they're supposed to look like. And this is what it looks like. So you can tell right here, we got a ton of carbon buildup here and here. So what we're going to do is soak everything down with that suppressor cleaner. And like I said, we're going to let it sit for a couple hours, and we'll come back and start scrubbing things down and wiping everything down, and we'll see what this stuff looks like after that. It's been an hour and a half, and if you look at what it's done to this, it looks actually better than the ones that aren't used yet. And we still got some carbon buildup here. Springs gonna need brushed, but stuff's definitely working. Oh yeah, it's breaking it right down.
Oh my. Holy crap.
Alright, it's breaking it down. Now, I think what's going to have to go down with this stuff is you're going to have to let it sit for probably 24 hours. So we'll scrub all this down good, and then we'll soak it again and see what happens. Clean down there.
Oh yeah, tube looks nice. Inside where the booster goes looks pretty good too. None of the teeth notches are clogged up.
Alright, so what I'm going to do with these parts, I'm going to soak them down again, and we're going to put them in a plastic bag, and we're just going to let them sit all night. We'll let them sit for about 24 hours, and tomorrow afternoon I'll pull them out of the bag, and we will, because it is breaking the stuff down, and this suppressor has not been cleaned forever. So we'll let it soak all night, and we'll be back in 24 hours, and we'll see what comes out of this. Alright guys, it's been about 18 hours, and we've had this stuff soaking in this bag, and you can tell it's turned that bag black, and it's done a really good job breaking this carbon down. We look inside of here, it's all gone. We need to polish this out. I'm going to spray this one here, and we're going to take a brush to it and see if all this stuff comes off. It probably will. But yeah, it's definitely breaking everything down. So we definitely know the key is to soak it and let it sit for a while. Alright guys, so this suppressor cleaner is working. I was able to actually get all these apart now. So what it's doing is it's going in there, it's turning it this white color, and this stuff just comes right off now with a wire brush or a pick. So what I'm going to do now that I have it all apart, now this is done. It cleaned up really nice. These cleaned up really well. The spring is back to normal. It's all cleaned up now. But what I want to do with these is we're going to leave them soak again now that they're all apart. This one here I'm almost done with. You can see how nice it looks now. Still got a little bit of carbon in here left, but this had one inside of it. So we're going to soak them all down again, let them sit, and I'll probably let them sit for about 8 hours, and then I'll get at it again. Now I think the moral of this story is don't let them go this long before you clean them. I think another thing that would help, I thought about, was actually putting this back together and going out and firing a few rounds through it and kind of bust everything loose, but this stuff's working good enough. You can see where I'm at with this one. I've got all this cleaned already. It does work, it breaks it down, but I'm not going to lie to you. You are going to be doing a lot of hand work with a brush and a pick, getting this stuff scraped. But it's definitely making the job easier as far as cleaning goes, because it is breaking this stuff down pretty good. Had these soaking this time for about 4 hours, and we'll get one of these out of here, and let's wipe it down, see if we're getting any more breakdown here. And, definitely getting some. You hit this with the pick. Oh yeah, coming right off. But all right, let me get this one polished up, and I'll bring it back and show it to you. Alright, I got one completely cleaned up now. Got the inside all cleaned out. And it works. It's not a miracle solvent or anything by any means. You're going to have to work for it. But I will say, it breaks the stuff down and makes it a lot easier. What I've noticed the best thing to do is I was just kind of taking a pick, and it would actually come off in chunks after you put this on and let it dry. So I've cleaned comps before, and I'm going to try this on a comp too, because I know it's going to speed up the process. So all in all, I'm happy with it. I like it, especially when you see how bad this was at the beginning and what it looks like now. It definitely works. But just bear in mind, you're going to have to put some elbow grease behind it too. But other than that, it works really good. So I'm not going to make this video any longer than it is. I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up. I'll get the suppressor put back together, and I'll come back and let you know how easy it was to put everything together after cleaning it. Alright guys, wanted to show you that. Get that all clean and polished up, ready to go. Alright, we got it all back together. Nice and clean. And I gotta say that I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I've cleaned comps before, and this stuff definitely helps break that stuff down. Now, does it work better than say a sonic cleaner? I don't know. I'm no suppressor expert. In fact, this is the first one I've ever cleaned. And I'm going to tell you right now, total time, it took about 2 hours to get all of it clean. Now, that's not including all the time that I let it soak in the suppressor cleaner. But about 2 hours of using a pick and copper brush and all that to get it back to pretty much normal. So in my honest opinion, I guess just don't let them go that long before you clean them. You know, once a month, maybe after every range session, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert on suppressors, but I think this one was probably worse off than a lot of them that are maintained more often. But other than that, I recommend it. I'm going to go ahead and do another video cleaning the comp on one of my guns, and we'll see how well it does with the comps. But I'm pretty impressed with the suppressor cleaner. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.